Yo, chat, what's going on? We're live, baby, we're live, baby, we're live! We're live on 10 o'clock on the dot. I'm live. 10 o'clock on the freaking dot. That's what we're freaking talking about. I'm gonna get an intro or something, an intro video. I'm gonna make that, and then we're chilling, you know what I mean? Then we're chilling, then we're vibing, we don't have to worry. I could just play that through for a couple minutes. Meanwhile, you know, I'm taking my time setting up. So I can be a bit more on time, so people can load in quicker. Be good. Be good. Alrighty, that's set up, ready to go. Let's pull this phone out for a second, chat. Pull that out like so. This is my eternal soul. We've got a lot getting to, as Australians do. Us Aussies, we've got a lot to cover in the Australian way. In the Australian way. We've got a lot of Australian videos today. I'm excited. A lot of things to cover. A lot of things to cover. Just setting this up.
Join us, click the link. See you soon. Bye. Boom. Live on.
Okay, that's posted. Discord. I'm live. Live at everyone. Post the link. Nope, that's not there. Okay, switcheroo. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna get a lot into. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's not mess about. Go away. Go away, go away, go away. Copy. Ah! Ah! Come on! Oh my god. Alright. Okay, let's, Yo, LeBron, brother. How you doing, man? How you doing, LeBron? I missed you, bro. I missed you. I missed you, brother. I missed you. I hope you're doing well. We spoke privately, of course. I love you. I love you, bro. Love you like family. Alright, let's react to this. Let's react to this shit. Okay. So, elder abuse. OF model needs to be banned for this. So, Lily Phillips has apparently gone to a nursing home to film with elderly aged men to film her, you know, her OnlyFans content. So let's just watch this. Let's get a bit of a context.
Found my oldest fan via Facebook.
This world, bro, this world. This fucking world. This world just keeps getting worse and worse and worse!
And when I asked for his address, he actually sent me the address of a care home. So I'm actually here with him and his friends.
Oh my god.
And I'm going to show them a good time. Today,
oh, chat. Oh, you can't even see this. You can't even see this. You can't even see this. Let's watch this. Alright, let's react to this. You couldn't even see this shit. You couldn't even see this. Alright, let's react to this.
I found my oldest fan via Facebook. And when I asked for his address, he actually sent me the address of a care home. So I'm actually here with him and his friends.
Godless, bro. These guys, let's keep it a buck. These guys are old. They're seeing, you know, she's pretty. She's pretty. She's a, you know, she's a whore, but she's pretty. And these guys are just happy because this is probably going to be like one of their last times. Like, this guy's not getting younger, neither is he. Like, eventually they're going to, you know, unfortunately, time is not on their side. So this is like a holiday for them. This is like the best time of their life before they go. You know, them shooting air. They're going to be shooting air out. And she's fucking a sick individual. Like, someone, like, this is like a mental illness type shit. And she's gone in to do that because it's all about shock value, right? This is how she sells her product. This is how she sells her program. Me actually talking about this and me actually saying stuff about this is platforming her to a degree. But fuck it. Who cares? I'm an up-and-coming guy. I'm not doing any real harm by doing this. If anything, I'm speaking the truth. So, yeah, this is messed up. These guys are happy, obviously. Like, you know, if roles were reversed, like, shouldn't there be some type of, like, elderly care? Like, shouldn't there be, like, a bit of, you know, like, hang on a second. If roles were reversed and these guys were super young, this would be pedophilic. Shouldn't there be some type of other shit as well? Yo, gotta go. Sorry, bro. Hope you have a good stream. Good, bro. All good, bro, LeBron. I'll see you in future streams, bro. Rest up. Hope things get better. Love you, bro. But, bro, this is fucked up, man. Like, this is the thing. This is the thing with Lily Phillips, is that even though what she's doing is shock value, it's actually causing an issue for society because it's actually normalizing these shock value things, such as, you know, going for 100 bodies in one day, or, you know, 1,000 bodies in one day, going to an elderly nursing home to bang a bunch of older men. Like, this is a very messed up thing that's going on, and we react to this. We think it's foul, but no one's intervening, nothing is changing, there's no sort of, you know, consequence besides shock value and her actually profiting off this. Like, the sickening thing about the Lily Phillips situation with the nursing home is that people are going to subscribe to this, like this shit, and enjoy it. Watch it. Like, that's the sick part. The sick people out here that are enabling this. If no one watched her crap, she wouldn't be doing this. So the men that are subscribing to her OnlyFans, right, and are supporting this type of crap, it's your fault. It's your fault. If no one was watching her crap, she wouldn't be doing this shock value crap. She wouldn't even have a platform. She'd be at home, I don't know, just enjoying her life, maybe studying some type of uni degree or some shit. This is ridiculous. So it comes back to the guys, and this whole desensitization thing is an actual reality. Like, this is getting normalized. The bar is getting extended. There is no line we can no longer cross. And that's the scary part about OnlyFans and these sorts of things, is that the line is becoming more and more faded. It's ridiculous, it's disgusting, it's upsetting. And Lily Phillips, I hope you get help. The people that are watching her, you are sick. You are sick individuals. You need help. This whole environment, this whole industry is messed up. Obviously, me talking about it is bringing awareness, and it's a double-edged sword because it also gives her profit by giving her virality and eyeballs. But at the same time, it's just like messed up, bro. Like, who does that? Who goes to a nursing home to shoot a prawn video? Why? Like, why would you do that? It's messed up, man. This world's sick. The people that watch it are sick. She's sick. She needs help. And it's just messed up because, like I said, the line is becoming more and more faded. The boundaries are no longer there. The desensitization is actually becoming a thing. She's setting a new bar. 100 bodies. And then Body Blue's 1,000 bodies. Now she's going to a nursing home. What is next? That's what I'm scared about. What the fuck is next? I'm worried, chat, and people that keep watching this and supporting this, you are sick, you need help, stop fucking watching it. Bad, chat, bad.
And I'm going to show them a good time. Today I'm at the care home visiting my oldest fan.
Fan? Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Oh, man. She called him a fan, bro. She out here thinking she's a soccer player. No, bro. You are a prawn star that is taking advantage of elderly men. Who allowed her in? Who the hell allowed her in? Who allows this shit, man? She's not related to these people. How is... What? How is a nurse... This is the question. How does a nursing home... This is actually a really good point right here. How is a nursing home allowing her to come in, get a bunch of older dudes that, you know, are in the care of the nursing home to shoot a prawn video with her, to exploit them because they're old and dumb and horny, and just allow this to happen? How is this okay? How did they sign waivers? Like, what?
I found my oldest...
This is sickening, man. Disgusting. Me even talking about it is just horrendous. Atrocious, atrocious, atrocious. Absolutely disgusting. Oh my god, chat. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, alright. Alright, let's get into it. Australia's quiet collapse.
Developments in finance, business, and economics can be exhausting. Between everything becoming an
Actually, we'll come back to this. I want to watch something funny. Let's watch this. Could have been Love episode 3. Stud check. Drewski, this is going to be good. Hopefully this is better than episode 2. Episode 2 was long and slow.
Quit playing with me!
Yeah, keep playing with me. I'm a hippo, bro. I'm a hippo. I'm a hippopotamus. I'm from Madagascar. Biatch. Biatch.
Son of move!
Yeah, fool. Damn, bro.
This week on Could Have Been Love,
We've invited young M.A. to find out if our ladies can man up.
What the f? Is this a date?
So I heard you wore a dress yesterday?
I'm just riding away, baby.
I don't feel like she's a full-blown stud.
I said, you know what I'm doing here. Like, bitch, I ain't never had no in my life.
How is you here and you don't like the for real?
Get up!
Damn.
Somebody room up there smell wet.
And you have to go to the club, sir.
You got me
Oh my god.
The two little minions. He getting a little too busy with one of my women. I don't care if y'all the same little fun size. Personally, I don't share.
What the frack is going on, bruh?
Thinking here for Drewski, y'all just trying to get the money and skid on him, like.
But I'm cute to you. I don't think nobody topping that.
Brother, Brother,
Cheers to that.
Who the f is he? Where the f you at? Tell him, come on, it's time to go. He in there, old boy.
This is my man.
He went out with a white.
We can't compete with that.
Get the f out of my room! Meatball, go take his side room.
I'm picky myself.
Like,
I ain't
you know
kissed
what I'm
nobody here yet. Right here, bro.
I ain't saying what it was, but it could have been. Oh, I love it when you walk like that.
I'm gonna admit this is better than like Love Island or Married at First Sight. I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is more entertaining. It's like, bro, like, what the fuck is going on, man?
I can't lie, I want that old thing, man. It could have been you. It could have been me. It could have been us. It could have been love. It could have been. It could have been love. Could have been.
I don't call women but it's man.
Might be the best on it, but
Hippo! What's her name? What's her name? We forgot, chat. We forgot. What's Hippo from Madagascar? What's her name? Gloria! Chat, it's Gloria! Chat, look at that. It's Gloria! Gloria!
diabetes, baby. That mean I can't eat no diabetes. I can't eat no sugar. That mean my ain't shit sweet about me, bitch. Okay, that mean that pH balance up. No, it ain't.
It's just too much. Back up.
Don't play with me. You cheat on me, I'm gonna you up. You look real good.
Baby, stop.
I done seen your all through that motherfucking skirt. Your so fat, fool.
Her breath hot. She's spitting on me.
But I'm telling you, on your
Spit
birthday.
right on my mouth just now. Oh, yeah,
My
I'm
bad,
back.
my bad.
Yeah, we're gonna talk this way now.
You got me on.
Whoa!
security.
Whoa! Security fucking, yeah, get this fucking, what?
See, to stand in front of her just so I can be comfortable. I gotta put my head out the window so I can breathe. It's too much. Back up.
Drewski, I caught your motherfucking phone. That's how you do me out.
It could have been love. It could have been.
My fucking man.
It could have been love.
No, it's not gonna be a review that you can me move. Hey, if your not 8 or 9, don't fucking play with me.
At this point in the competition, you don't really know exactly what all the girls are looking for. Do they really want the man? Do they want the money? Do they just want to be a side chick? Are they here to actually find love with some of the other contestants?
Hey, you wearing that dress now.
Baby, I can still pop it out. Don't play with me. Baby, bad bitch. I don't give a I'm gonna do me.
You know, she was in her girl era last night. She in her woman era. She trying to, come to her as a woman. You know how that go, But tomorrow she'll be back as a man, so we'll see what happens. I'll talk to her when she's back as a dude. She'll understand more. Bro talk is a different type of vibe, so.
What the fuck, man? What is... Oh, bro. Transformers, man. What can we say? Oh, yuck. Even with the blur, it's like, brother, It's not brother, it's brother, it's brother, Fucked up.
Hey. Y'all chill with that fire, man. I only got one head.
Bruh, insane. Insane.
They got me the motherfucking coat on the motherfucking mic.
Look at that sweat.
Keep it 10 in this bitch, you know?
It's Gloria from Madagascar! Oh, bro. Oh, yucky, yuck, yuck, yuck.
My pretty bitches at Thornback, make some noise. Make it clap for a rich. We don't do it, boy.
Pubs, bro, it's just full of fucking degeneracy, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It is just like...
I got cute, put my little heels on, and you know, we went out and partied.
We got that baby done. Done.
Gloria, what the fuck?
I was on the bar dancing. I did not mingle.
I'm just in pain. I ain't come to play. Flexing out that money.
The two little Funyuns over here. The two
little Funyuns, bro. What are you talking about, Matt? Why is it like... Oh my god.
little minions. They over here on
Minions, bro, for what? Despicable Me? What the fuck is it, bro?
top of the table turning up. CJ, that's my little elf. He my little elf helper. He getting a little too busy with one of my women. I don't like that.
Hey, man, you got, you know, we're you know, we're as men and women and as humans, we're tribal creatures, man. Do you blame the guy? He wanna. That's probably the only midget he's gonna see for the next fucking like few years, man. You can't blame the guy. How rare are midgets? They don't grow on trees, man. It's a rare thing. Let him be. Let him eat. Let the man eat, Drewski. Let the man eat. Let him eat. Let him eat that shit.
I don't care if y'all the same little fun size. I'm not with that.
I wouldn't give CJ a chance.
Personally, I don't share.
Now, I want to kiss you so bad. Want to kiss?
Let me get a few more shots.
So I'm getting a couple shots in, you know, I'm vibing with the guys, man. I look across the club, I'm like, hold on, it's country. You giving out your number, you twerking on dudes.
That wasn't, I don't see anybody. I'm not trying to put two control. Look, I want you to know that. I want you to know that about me.
Who the f is that? Who the f is that?
Honest to God, I do not know their name. We're hanging out, it's really chill, no one's even here.
It's like, time and time again, I give you a chance and you ruin it every time. I'm not the type of to keep giving more and more chances. I'ma do it once.
The one place you took him, Drewski, was the club. What do you expect, man? This man, bro.
The second time, you gotta go. You said you only like black dudes. You told me I was the only black dude you could f with.
Because the bitches be lying, bro. They not here for just Drewski, bro. Like, come on, for real, be serious. Y'all ain't here.
You got another guy? What are you talking about? In the previous episode, you told everyone you got another guy at home. What the fuck are you talking about, man? You are a meatball, man. What the fuck?
Y'all trying to get the money and skid on him, like.
Oh,
how is you here and you don't like the nigga for real? That's stupid as a.
Cheers to that.
Why you saying that with Drewski? Who is that BBL ass?
So the thing about old girl, she was interested in me. She came to me.
She said she wanted to. Come on now. Why is Drewski talking to another girl over there? Who the f is it? Who that? Who the f is it? Watch ass BBO. Get the f out of here. That shit's bad.
He's still talking to her. Still talking to her.
Hold on. Hold on. What? In my head, I'm just thinking, oh, like, good thing I came. I was like, oh, no.
That's got to be a Transformer chat. There's no way your voice is that deep. She's like an undercover operator, you know. You got you got some undercovers as well. There's some undercover people lurking. You know what I'm saying, Shay? You know what I'm saying?
I came over here deep. They coming over here like, ooh, who you talking to? Who you like? Hey, back up, man.
Y'all girl out of control. She out of control.
Bambi is out.
Why would you take a bunch of these women to the club, man? Like, what? What do you think's gonna happen? A club is a chaotic, degenerate place. What do you fucking think? It's like taking a deer to a lion's den and expecting it to live. It's like, what do you expect? It's gonna get devoured. That's what happens with women you take them to clubs. When there's a lot of men, they devour them. Pause.
Out her fucking mind.
Suck that from the back and make that asshole clap.
The level of embarrassment
And she's still in there.
is ridiculous.
The fuck,
You
chap?
are naked. Your skirt is inside out. You're barefoot.
Drewski, if we don't work out, baby, I promise I'm going to
Man, this is embarrassing, huh? Very much so.
He cut out my goal. He cut out my goal.
So Bambi, you gonna have to learn your lesson, drunk or not, because I know you gonna come back here and tell me, oh, I was drunk.
Drewski told us I don't know how to act in public, but you don't know how to act in public.
The fuck?
Peace out. Show's over.
Hello.
Damn.
Where's she?
Getting that jealousy, chat, huh? He's getting that jealousy, and look at this fucking Gloria!
Where he go?
He gone?
No, he not.
She's okay. She's like the best of the bad bunch, bro.
He's not dumb. He's not dumb.
Where he go? He not that damn dumb.
Check the
Get
bud.
in the car.
Y'all let him, cause y'all on the mic doing that. Y'all got
what
women.
the f about you, bitch?
Y'all worried about the mic too much. Juice got the dough. Come on, man. That's why I'm telling you. That's why he like the stud now. Y'all on the too busy talking on the mic. Don't read them all.
Why the fuck he at though?
It's y'all fault, man. All that sucking from the back and eating booty and all that.
You gonna suck him on the back, make his so clap? You ain't leaving with another
It's
bitch.
on y'all found him. I'm standing here.
Yeah.
Yes, I was upset. I had went out the door. I know why he loved, because Bambi keep talking about sucking from the back. That man don't want to hear that. He almost threw up. And she got on the mic and said he left the club. Yes, I went outside and I told him to find him.
No. Don't walk with me. He running from you, bitch. Don't come with me. Mother barefoot, chicken bone hanging this way.
Oh, yuck, man! What the fuck?
Hanging this way.
I adapt to
Oh.
my surroundings.
Shit stupid as embarrassing as And tell him, house, come on, it's time to go. Y'all go find him, y'all
I'm
did
going
it.
back in the club.
Nah, he in that Uber.
That's the problem.
He in that Uber, ain't he?
Hey, look at you, man. You on the mic, talking about sucking from the back. He left with another person.
I didn't call you the Moet Queen. That's crazy.
For years, I've been popping shit. Every Monday, I be in Magic City. I give me 1,000 a month, get my little Moet. Throw money on the girls. I'm known for that.
Yeah.
But I ain't never keep no empty shit. Showing off and just, I was having a good time. I was having fun, but it's like I ain't never built nothing off of that, and I kind of wish I would have. Cause I spent a lot. I spent over $1 million in clubs. Not that I'm proud. I'm not proud of that. That's horrible. It is what it is.
That's crazy.
This is my man. I'm not here for them. I'm here for him.
How you doing? I'm coming to you with a huge part for the speaking last fun part.
Just get going. But for real, what the just get go, bro? Hey.
He went home with a bitch. He went home with a bitch. He went home with a white bitch.
Okay, so first of all, I'm not worried.
We can't compete with that. We can't compete with that.
Suck his
Can't compete with that.
top. She finna suck his top, and nobody.
It's like chat, let's keep it a buck, right? It's like, what? It's like, what? What?
And none of us got it but her.
Oh my life, we was lit as hell in the club. I ain't gonna lie, we were lit.
Clean your face up, bro. Look at that shit.
We were lit. But then when we came back, it was hell hot water.
Look at that. Ugh. That's insane. 4.
What's up, y'all? Hi. Hey, what's up? Hello. God.
Why the f you here?
Christ. What you mean, why am I here? My introduction to the house was ghetto as f. Those bitches, they ain't even ask my name. They didn't give a f how I got here, why I got here. They was mad.
You brought a bitch to the house. What's wrong with you?
I call her Barbie because she plastic.
Excuse me, fake booty. Fake booty, how old are you?
Fake booty is wild. Look at you.
Wait, did this bitch just come from Drewski room?
Bitch? You just called me a bitch?
I did.
This the lady from the bar.
What's all the animosity for? I came down here on some cool shit. Why?
That's like a stranger breaking in, like you almost got beat the f up. But everybody else was on her ass. Everybody was on her ass. Oh, this is my thing. Y'all gonna let Drewski bring another bitch in this house? Hey.
Bruh.
You go home.
Oh.
You go home.
Free game, bro. What the fuck?
If y'all feel...
No, it's all over back chat. What the fuck am I watching, bro? What is this? What is this? Alright, let's continue, chat.
Threatened by me, y'all shouldn't attack me.
Y'all
should get in with me.
Did y'all audition?
Hell no.
So why you here?
What you mean, why am I here? Why y'all all here?
Cause we're here for our man.
I come to get my man.
Hold on, let me show you why I'm here.
Bitch, why the f you got Drewski's name tatted on you? Are you dumb? That man ain't even f***ing here with you. Y'all literally disrespectful as and then y'all wonder how the f I got in here. I got in here because y'all have no manners. You're like from a zoo or something.
I said, yeah,
she had like a black eye in her fucking face. What the fuck? What is that?
I here because y'all have no.
What is going on there, bro? Is she okay? Like what?
Manners.
What's going on there, bro?
Like from a zoo or something.
What's going on there, man? Is she okay? Like what? Okay then.
I said, yeah, you got a room by yourself.
Then.
But do you know we fought every day to be in his house?
Oh,
ain't it right? This shit cute, ain't it? Why the f is everybody coming in my room now?
so cute, girl.
Did you fuck my man in that bed?
And then they try to f***ing invade my room like that shit was their room. What's wrong with them?
This our room. You can take a shit. Meatball, go take a shit. This our room.
Make sure she don't do shit though, Ma. I'm taking my shit. Y'all gonna make sure she don't do shit to me while I'm taking my shit.
Go shit, bro.
Drewski gave me this room, so everybody needs to get the f out of this room if Drewski didn't give it to you.
We had 4 bitches to this mother. What up?
Never. Get the f out of my room then. The bitch. Get out of my room.
The new girl came in the house and tried to play with me, but not Nugget. Check that.
Now with the bumpy.
My name is Juicy. Y'all even fucking tell me y'all names, but y'all wanna be in here.
Yeah.
Y'all been in here. Y'all was cleaning the house. Oh, we been in here, but Drewski ain't gave me this shit. Yeah, I got out of character when it got in my room, cause it's like, why the f are y'all in my room? That's supposed to be my safe place. I don't give a f. Look at your stomach. I don't give a f.
Everybody looking at her like, but you not finna touch this little bitch. You not finna touch shorty. Like, why are you trying to fight a little baby?
And you know, I told her I got 3 kids. You know, I'm all woman.
This shit real.
This shit real.
Get the f out of my room.
That shit.
I'm sorry, I can't watch this. Too much screaming, bro. Like, I just can't. I can't get into it. I'm sorry. Can't do it.
Excuse to gamble, corporate consolidation of markets, and political
Australia's quiet collapse.
influence driving huge asset bubbles, causing extreme wealth inequality, spiraling consumer debt, and diminishing savings, stagnating wages, unaffordable real estate, and generational wealth divides, all string tied together by questionable government programs, is enough to get pretty depressing. But just remember, it could be worse. We could be Canada. And if that wasn't bad enough, somehow there is a country that is pushing these issues even further, and as a warning for how bad things could get, has managed to hold on for now. Let's call it Canada with snakes.
Around 200,000 electronic poker machines, known as pokies, fill bars, pubs, clubs and casinos.
Capping losses at $100 a day and $5,000 a year.
Australia is officially the worst on record, with the average property costing 8 times the median household income.
Sydney's rental market has gone from bad to worse, with prices continuing to soar.
With revelations, taxpayer money is being used on drugs.
We like wages are good here, don't get me wrong, but the cost of living and houses are ridiculous. Houses are fucked. But we gotta figure ways around it, man.
Every year, up until its downfall,
If people can afford it, there's a way. You just gotta figure it out, I guess. I haven't figured it out completely. I don't know everything, but you know, for the people out there, you just gotta keep going.
Credit Suisse would prepare a report that looked at how wealthy the people of the countries around the world were. Instead of just looking at GDP per capita, which calculates how much the average person in an economy produces in market output every year, this report attempted to calculate the net worth of those people to see how good they were at accumulating wealth over time. Someone with a high income that is spending everything they make on rent and overpriced food isn't going to grow their wealth as quickly as someone who has a more modest income but is paying off their own home and is investing diligently into retirement accounts. I like to call this the San Fran tech bro conjecture. But according to these annual reports, the Australian people always looked like the second group of slower, more deliberate wealth builders. Their raw income isn't as high as here in America, but they were consistently some of the wealthiest people on the planet. UBS, which acquired Credit Suisse following its collapse, recently released the 2024 report, and once again, Australians had the second highest median net worth on the planet. They only fell behind Luxembourg, which is a European micronation which you are probably not in the tax bracket to even be aware of. The fact that this report tracks the median instead of the average net worth is also really important. This means that the Australian right in the middle of a lineup from the richest to the poorest is more than twice as rich as an American in the same position. The report also includes a generic average where America does have a slight edge, but all that really tells us is that we have an inequality problem with a small group right at the top massively dragging up the average at the expense of everybody else in line. Considering all of this, the title of this video might not make much sense to you. Anybody would be lucky to be Australian, right? Well, yes and no. And lucky really is the important word here. Australia has become so wealthy by getting lucky in just a few key industries, and then by going all in on keeping those industries alive by any means necessary, including its own long-term viability. Of course, the most obvious place where this has happened is in the country's outrageous real estate market, which makes even the most overpriced cities in America look downright affordable by comparison.
It's crazy, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. So median, which means like medium income, price to income ratio, right? Impossibly unaffordable. Hong Kong is number 1. We're number 2. Melbourne's not even there, bro. Auckland, look, like Adelaide, bro. Like, what? Why ours so high in general in the top 12? Like, what, bro? Like, we're in the top 10. We've got 3 in the top 10, and 1's in the top 2 in cities. It's like, bro, it's insane, man. It's insane. When you think about it, it's insane living in Australia. It's so fucking expensive.
And of course, we will get to that. But housing is actually only just one symptom of much bigger structural problems that the country has been quietly trying to ignore. There are lots of people that look like they are happily building wealth in Australia, and there are even a lot of people becoming extremely wealthy. True. But the different ways to actually obtain that wealth are very narrow. The key to Australian wealth is dirt. Either digging it out of the ground to export as unimproved natural resources, or by selling it back and forth to one another. Economic complexity ranks a country's exports based on how varied they are, and how unique they are to that country. A country that exports a wide variety of highly unique products that only it produces would have high economic complexity. A country that only exports a few goods that lots of other countries also export would have low economic complexity. Australia has the lowest economic complexity of any high-income country in the world, ranking 102nd out of 146 total countries included in the survey. Data has been falling consistently since the 1950s, when it was in the top 30 thanks to a combination of manufacturing as well as research and development coming out of the country. But today, this puts it behind places like Uganda, which have a more varied export base than Australia. It now depends almost exclusively on selling natural resources and livestock to growing economies in Asia because it just doesn't make financial sense to focus anywhere else. Having such a resource-dependent economy means investors have to decide between funding new innovations that could improve the world, or at the very least provide sustainable cash flows, or they could invest into developing more mines to export more resources to an existing list of willing buyers. The second option has just been a much safer bet for decades, which means that the country has some of the most advanced natural resource extraction in the world, but is severely behind in other areas of innovation like technology and advanced manufacturing. In some tragic irony, the Australian government itself has helped to fund a lot of scientific research resulting in advancements in solar panels, the advent of Wi-Fi, modern medical tools, and even Google Maps. Any of these alone would be a major contributor to the country's relatively small population. But when it came to actually commercializing these technologies, the country lost out because its dependence on natural resources undermined its business environment. Investors would rather the safe, predictable option, and so these technologies naturally moved to where they could find funding from other sources that were willing to take.
True, bro. You go work in the mines for a couple of years, you could be earning like, I'm not even kidding, like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and you keep that in your pocket. And if you reinvest it, you can obviously remove the aspect of tax, depending what you want to do, because they pay for everything. They pay for your flights, they pay for your accommodation, your food, everything. All you got to do is earn a wage and work. Like a 9 to 5, basically, in every other sense, you have to pay for petrol, you have to pay for food, groceries, and where you live. In the mines, you don't. It's a good way to make money in Australia. That's for sure.
Risk. Unfortunately for Australia, this actually just ended up making their investment markets even more risky.
Yep.
For a long time, the Australian dollar was almost perfectly correlated with natural resource prices, which meant Australian investors were resource investors whether they liked it or not. This price connection has decoupled since COVID, but that itself is probably not a good sign. It could actually be the biggest indication that Australia has dug itself into a hole, both literally and figuratively, that it's going to be almost impossible to get out of without giving up a lot of the wealth it's become accustomed to. So it's time to learn how money works to find out how long Australia can keep getting away with it. This week's video is sponsored by Henson Shaving. This razor forces to check out years of shaving in Australia that you might not think of much by themselves. But together, they changed the optics of the country from a thriving and vibrant economy to a place living on long borrowed time. One of those issues is gambling. Sports gambling, online casinos, and market wagering has become one of the fastest growing industries here in America since regulations were loosened in 2018. Since then, billions of dollars have been piled into carving out market share, encouraging people to bet on basically anything. The rush to acquire customers has become so extreme that a lot of these companies aren't even running their online casinos at a profit because they are reinvesting as much as they can into growing their customer base as fast as possible. The reason why investors don't mind burning billions of
gambling is such a bad... It's such a bad thing, bro. It's just an endless pit. You know, you put a lot of time and effort into earning money and then you chuck it in a machine which is rigged and you got a very small percentage of winning it back, if not winning more. It's like you're wasting your time. That's the truth of gambling, is you're wasting your time. That's the truth of it, you know? I like Kick, I like all these other platforms that, you know, have gambling behind it. I like the platforms itself. I don't agree with the things, and hey, people are going to make a buck, but I've seen firsthand what gambling does to people. You know, it's a terrible thing, and if I can avoid it without making money other ways, I'm going to do it. That's the truth. You know, my religion doesn't necessarily ban gambling. Like, Christianity doesn't necessarily have a proper thing for it, but you could look in between the lines and read scripture and find ways of saying, okay, gambling's wrong. But that's why I respect Muslims, because they say gambling's haram, because it is. It's horrible. It's horrible. What it does to people, I've seen it firsthand. It's a terrible thing. Don't ever gamble. Chat, never gamble.
Of dollars in a highly risky industry with serious regulatory risks is because of Australia. Australia is living in the future when it comes to gambling, and that future is bleak. According to their own government inquiries, Australians lose almost $1,000 per person every year through different forms of betting. That's inclusive of a large share of the population who don't partake at all, so the losses of the average Aussie punter are statistically far worse. Australia has a deep, wide, and highly entrenched gaming industry. The average Australian pub operates like a mini casino complete with a small selection of electronic poker machines. Betting on sports is commonplace. Horse racing is a major tradition that even has its own public holiday. Novelty betting markets has been a major thing there for decades, and this is all on top of more traditional gambling like lotteries, casinos, and scratch-offs. Back here in America, the venture capitalists have done the math, and have figured out if they can replicate Australian-style gambling in a market as big as ours, then they can stand to make trillions. Australia is also a great business test case against the risk of regulation. Unsurprisingly, the sheer market penetration of gambling in Australia has caused problems for at-risk individuals, largely young men. On top of the financial consequences of losing thousands of dollars every year, the country has an epidemic of related issues like fraud, petty crime, and violence stemming from unhealthy gambling. The public also largely hates how prevalent gambling is pushed on them. So you would expect it would be easy to get the political support to pass laws to moderate the reach of this industry, right?
Nope.
Wrong. All of these companies employ lots of people, and they spend a huge amount of money on fear-mongering the job losses that would come if a local bar couldn't have a casino floor.
The bad thing is, and the good thing, it's a toss-up. Like, the good thing is cash still exists with, you know, gambling and poker machines. The bad thing is obviously people lose a lot of money. I've seen firsthand what that does to people. It's horrible. It's terrible. It's demonic. But it's good, the bad, and it's a choice. Everyone has a choice of what they do. So when we start, you know, regulating these things, what's the future going to look like? No cash? Because it's the biggest money mover when it comes to cash. You can really understand that. And the gambling, the casino, the poker machines, the owners of gambling companies and owners of poker machines and clubs and etc. They've got a big say when it comes to government. They've got a big say in how the world works, you know, how gambling works, how money moves, you know. So it's not as simple as just getting rid of it. So, you know, there's a lot of different causes and effects. There's a lot of pros and cons to it, you know. I think, yeah, it sucks. It's not great, but it's like, it's there, you know.
Floor stapled onto it. For any of you who haven't been to Australia, you might think I am joking. I am not joking. Australia has been extremely soft on regulation, and while gambling by itself is not single-handedly going to take down the country, it's emblematic of a lot of genuine issues that aren't getting addressed because nobody wants to be responsible for shaking up the delicate balance of prosperity. The same is true for the mining industry from earlier, and the real estate crisis that we still need to get to. There is nothing wrong with a country exporting its resources. The problem Australia has had is turning a revenue source that is good for Australia into money that is good for Australians.
Facts.
A lot of the revenue generated by mining...
The government's a bunch of fucking thugs, mate. Bunch of thugs, a bunch of traitors to the country. They sell us out, they do what's better for everyone so they get their own pockets filled. That's what they've always done. They've always done that since the fucking dawn of time, mate. There's only very couple that have stood for Australians and stood up for Australians, and they've either, you know, they've been removed in one way or another. You know, it's how our country's always been. I love Australia. I'm very, you can say I'm very patriotic. I'm going to continue to be patriotic because I love this country. But there's so many issues. It's just, it's on purpose because you don't know really where to start. And eliminating these issues, we need a good leader. And elections coming up. And, you know, elections, you could say it's a two-party system, it's rigged, but maybe you could vote for other parties, I don't know. Maybe when election comes closer, I may put my 10 cents on it, but yeah, bro, it's cooked. It's cooked.
In Australia has just been paid out to foreign mining companies in arrangements that are not that different from many exploited third-world petrostates. Australia has tried in the past to generate more government revenue from its resources, but heavy lobbying won out. And people have been too afraid to try it again since the currency has been so dependent on these exports. In fact, the government has actually gone the other way and given hundreds of obscure grants, bonuses, deferments, schemes, and incentives to mining companies to help them along. According to the government's own minerals website, the intention of these schemes is for providing both commercial and operational advantages to investors. New government initiatives support the long-term sustainability of the Australian resources sector by de-risking and encouraging mineral exploration and discovery. One of the country's biggest problems is that nobody wanted to invest anywhere else, so this does seem a bit strange. But destabilizing this source of foreign income could knock over other highly leveraged areas of the economy, so their government is trying to keep it running hot by whatever means necessary. Now, at this point you might be thinking, how the f did this place get so rich to begin with? Was it really just putting a bigger number on their homes and calling that wealth?
No.
Well, yes, but there actually is still one more thing. Australia has a system called superannuation, which is a special tax-advantaged investment vehicle that Australian workers can use to save and invest for their retirement. It's functionally similar to a 401k or an IRA, but the big difference is that employers must contribute a share of their employees' pay into their nominated account every year, instead of it being voluntary or offered as a part of their job package. The current contribution requirement is 11.5%, which means every Australian worker is effectively saving more than 10% of their income for retirement. Something like that would make even a lot of disciplined financial planners blush. The hope is that this money will eventually take the strain off the public-funded pensions as the Australian population gets older, and it has built some enormous fortunes. According to JP Morgan, the average Australian...
They have sort of rigged it though. They made it a bit hard. They made it a bit easier to tax. Yeah. Our government, I love Australia, bro. I really do. I love Australia in my heart. I love this place. It's so fucking beautiful, but our politicians create a lot of problems that are unnecessary for our country, and that's a fact. That's just a fact, and many Australians would agree with that. Many
Australian household now has the equivalent of almost $250,000 invested in just this one asset class, before including regular savings, investments, or home equity. The fact that it is mandatory and applied to all workers means that the concentration of retirement savings in the hands of already wealthy households isn't as high as it is here in America. This is genuinely an amazing financial tool, and you might be starting to notice a trend here. It has covered over a lot of other problems. Collectively, Australian superannuation is worth more than $2 trillion USD, which is only enough to buy 2/3 of Apple. But it has outgrown the Australian investment market because investment activity is just not as strong there. This means more and more of these retirement savings have been invested abroad, with the majority of that money ending up back here in the American markets. Now, that alone is not a bad way to diversify risk outside of Australia. And yes, it's all getting pumped into the Magnificent Seven, but that's all investing these days. What could possibly go wrong? The real problem is that Australia is technically taking their cash, which is propped up by a mining industry, and then giving it to us so that we can build businesses here in America.
Crazy.
A lot of Australian companies, which are not in the gaming, mining, or real estate industry, are actually choosing to raise investments and go public here in America instead. Simply because we have more investors that are willing to put money into companies that aren't in gambling, mining, or real estate. I mean, thanks, I guess. But if the country was more accommodating of other investments, it could use a lot of this savings to make its people and itself wealthier and more productive. The wealth invested into the Australian superannuation system may also be very impressive, but it won't actually do much unless it can keep up with how expensive it is to live in Australia. A common strategy for Australian workers is to wait until they can access their retirement savings, take all of the money they accumulated over their working career, and use it to pay off their house. So yeah, this is where we finally get to the elephant in the room. Real estate. The cost of housing in Australia has made every single problem so far even worse, and it's also going to make it much harder to fix.
I don't know if you'll talk about it, but immigration's a big factor, chat. When you have immigrants coming over, getting prioritized over citizens for housing and jobs and etc., it then puts a pressure on the rest of Australians to get a house, which then they have to outbid each other to rent. Not own, but rent. That's the reality of this country right now. That's why we have such a big housing crisis. He's going to go on a bunch of other things, but that is a big key factor that people aren't talking about, is the oversaturation of immigration, which our country cannot handle, because we already have what he's about to talk about as a housing crisis, and it's making it 50 times fucking worse, and people don't want to talk about it because they're scared, and they're just oblivious. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous, and we need to fix this.
According to a broad market survey, the average age of a first home buyer in Australia is 36 years old. And the fastest growing group of people buying a home for the first time are those aged between 40 and 49.
Crazy.
Homes are so expensive that they are usually taken on with a 30-year mortgage, and families will move into larger homes as they build up equity. So a lot of Australians are now getting to the age they would like to retire still in massive debt. Using the proceeds from superannuation to pay off their mortgage doesn't technically make them any poorer. They have just transferred retirement savings into real estate equity. But it does allow them to access the government's public old age pension, since it's not counted as an asset to assess if they have the ability to fund themselves. Since paying a mortgage or rent normally takes up so much of people's budget there, giving up retirement savings often works out to be more financially responsible, because even a modest pension income can cover everything else as long as they have a paid-off house to live in. For many households, this has made one of Australia's greatest wealth-building tools just another way to prop up a real estate market that is already so expensive that the rest of the world should be afraid of it.
Yep.
But how did it get this bad in the first place? There is the usual combination of investor speculation, generous financing, NIMBYism, and high levels of migration into cities that couldn't expand fast enough.
Exactly. Migration is such a big factor, chat. It is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
But on top of that, Australia has added its own special ingredients. Taxes on earned income in Australia are some of the highest in the world. Someone earning the equivalent of just 120,000 American dollars a year would pay 45% on every additional dollar they earned after that. And remember, Australia is not a cheap place to live. So even though that would be a very good salary for anybody, it's not actually going to go that far after tax is taken out. However, one of the unique features of Australia is the fact that personal investment losses, including paper real estate losses, can be used to write off personal income to reduce their tax. This effectively makes every person in Australia their own little business that can accrue expenses to offset their tax. And the best business to get into with the most possible expenses is real estate. This tax structure has encouraged high-income earners to favor investing into real estate that they can use to make paper losses like depreciation to offset their income, and then turn highly taxed earned income into much more modestly taxed capital gains. The system, called negative gearing, is almost universally agreed to be broken. It would be a lot easier to tax everybody at a lower rate and get rid of these write-offs. But it's been really hard to make that happen because they can't afford this house of cards to unravel. There is now so much debt and wealth tied up in Australian housing that the Australian economy could be wiped out by even the indication that the government could rein in these incentives. The same thing is happening with other less obvious policies as well. Immigration to Australia has been some of the most intense in the world, and the country has become highly dependent on low-income immigrants to do a lot of the jobs they aren't willing to, and high-income immigrants to also buy into—
Thank you. Thank you. He's speaking facts. It's terrible, which then causes us that, you know, other Australians that may be in different industries to try and outbid these people, which they can't, and then they've got to outbid each other for rent. If you have more immigrants in a country that's already got a lot of population to, you know, to house to people ratio, which means like a population to housing, it causes a pressure on the citizens to try and outbid each other to just live in a house. It's ridiculous.
To their asset market.
Ridiculous.
According to Henley Partners, a law firm specializing in legal arrangements for high net worth immigrants,
Crazy.
over 40% of the millionaires in Australia today were not born there.
Crazy.
Some have, of course, gone there and made their fortunes, but most have just gone there and parked their fortunes that they already had. In all of the biggest issues in the world today, Australia is a look at what 10 years from now could mean for us. And perhaps the biggest problem is that so far they have managed to keep everything on track. But there is a difference between success and delayed consequences. Australia has some of the most valuable banking institutions in the world, but most of their books are tied up in lending to an overvalued real estate market. Workers are getting taxed heavily while dealing with declining real incomes. Businesses are finding it too expensive to operate there, and all of the wealth in the world, paper or otherwise, doesn't mean anything if it can only buy you a one-bedroom apartment 2 hours from anywhere. Now, if you are an Australian and this was all a bit depressing for you, it could be worse. You could be from the UK. Also, go and watch this video on Canada next to find out how they effectively made exactly the same mistakes as Australia without even accidentally making themselves rich in the process.
Crazy, bro. It's just insane. It's insane, bro. Let's watch this. Movie quotes that hit harder than life.
Don't come to Las Vegas and talk to a man like Mo Green like that!
Fredo, you're my older brother, and I love you. But don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again.
That's weird, huh? What's weird? Well, you got everything. Down to the beer and the barbecue. But it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like home. Maybe it's because you don't realize how much you appreciate something until somebody takes it away.
It's very true. The thing is appreciation and gratitude comes after you lose it. That's when you feel proper gratitude. And that's the thing, you got to be in the moment. You actually got to just appreciate things in life, and that's what social media and many other things in society's done. We've lost the ability to be grateful for things in the moment. You feel grateful after things are lost or things that you don't have, which you wish you had. You know, being grateful in the moment is such an important skill in 2025. Being appreciative of family, friends, loved ones, so many other things. What you're doing with yourself, your purpose. You know. You got to be grateful, chat. You must be grateful for what you're doing in your life. Because if you're not, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be fulfilled. That's the whole point of being grateful and fulfilled within yourself. You know? So never try and don't have the mentality of thinking, oh, the grass is going to be greener on the other side. Don't. Obviously, you want to elevate and increase everything else in your life, every aspect of your life, but also appreciate the things you do have. Because there's always someone worse off than you. Remember that. There's someone that looks like you, acts like you, has a similar name as you, and lives in a different place that is very unlucky compared to you. So remember that. Be grateful.
What's the matter? This guy Louis Dumps over here, you know, he owes me $20. It's been 2 weeks now, and every time he sees me, he keeps dodging me.
Yeah.
He's becoming a real pain in the ass. I mean, should I crack him one or what?
First of all, is he a good friend of yours?
Nah, I don't even like him.
You don't even like him. Well, there's your answer right there. Look at it this way. It costs you $20 to get rid of him, right? He's never going to bother you again. He's never going to ask you for money again. He's out of your life for $20. You got to cheat. Forget it.
What are you doing, Tommy? So like shit, Scully. Fuck you. Why are you doing that, Tommy? To remind myself who I'd be if I wasn't who I am.
When I was 16, I won a great victory. I felt in that moment I would live to be 100. Now I know I shall not see 30. None of us know our end, really, or what hand will guide us there.
Yo, Sky, I missed you. I'm glad to see you back. You okay? I hope you're doing well. I got some events coming up. I've got a what's it called? A talent event within the community that we're going to do over Discord, and a dating event. I messaged you on Discord. I was wondering if you'd be down for that. If I'd be the host, and then some people would try their riz, some of the guys, on you and Bree and a couple other ladies if you're interested, and so forth, for entertainment. It's up to you if you don't want to do it and you just want to watch, that's cool. But I'm happy to see you, and I hope you're okay.
Remember that howsoever you are plagued, or by whom, your soul is in your keeping alone. When you stand before God, you cannot say, but I was told by others to do thus, or that virtue was not convenient at the time. This will not suffice. Remember that.
You're not where you want to be. You feel like you're supposed to be somewhere else. You said it. Well, say you could snap your fingers and be wherever you wanted to be. I bet you'd still feel this way. Not in the right place. The point is, you can't get so hung up on where you'd rather be that you forget how to make the most of where you are.
What are you telling me?
Take a break from worrying about what you can't control. Live a little. Live a little.
Why'd you let me raise what talents? I'm gonna come up with a theme, huh? I was just thinking a general talent show. Show me your talents, whatever the community has talents in. The best talent wins, you know, like England's Got Talent or whatever it is, you know, like those talent shows. That's what I was thinking about, something like that. But you reckon there'd be a theme? Do you think theme would be better than just saying Got Talent? I can draw, not very good though. Doesn't matter. You might be able to draw, I might be able to win. Try and think of something entertaining. Maybe chuck some music on. Maybe chuck some dancing while you draw. You do a bit of drawing, then dance. Dance. You know, do something. Do something innovative. That's what I see. I want to see innovation. This talent show is about innovating. Innovating and being entertaining. That's what I want to see for you all.
Your car. You knew I was gonna wreck it.
Why not?
Because it's a lot of money.
I have money. It's trust and character I need around me. Who you choose to be around you, let you know who you are. Look at all those people down there. They follow the rules for what? They're letting fear lead them.
What happens if they don't?
Life's simple. You make choices and you don't look back.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Obsession's gonna be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? Is it all you ever think about? Let's face it, it's you against you out there.
When I was a kid, it felt like they made something new every day. Some gadget or idea. Like every day was Christmas. But 6 billion people. Just try to imagine that.
Well, we used to look up in the sky and wonder at our place in the stars. Now we just look down and worry about our place in the dirt.
You love this game. I mean, love it with your...
Obsession is going to beat everything. When I stream or do content, it is my happy place. It's a place where I feel so fulfilled and happy because I'm fulfilling people that watch me, people that come by and see my streams and my videos and make some type of impression on them. You know, I have an impact, and that's it. That's how I feel fulfilled. And that's the biggest thing in life. No matter how much you knock me down or make me feel sad or upset or whatever it may be, that is the biggest fulfillment. That's what outranks and outdoes everything else in my life. So every time I spark up a stream or every time I, you know, film a video, I feel fulfilled because I know I've changed at least someone's life in some way or some type of direction. And that's all that matters to me, is that. That's what feels so great. That's what makes me feel so good about myself, is that I'm fulfilling God by helping others. I have a higher service, a higher purpose, a higher self because of that. And that's everyone out there. That's my biggest advice, is try and find a way to help other people. Because so many people in this world are so selfish. They're so self-absorbed. They only care about themselves, their gratification, their pleasures, and etc. If you can try and find a way of not becoming like that and trying to fill an empty hole, if you can fulfill that hole, that soul of yours, by a higher purpose and serving others, you will do well. So never forget that. And also, back yourself. Trust yourself. Do well. I just saw the pics and I come back and I see you doing this. What pics? What pics are you talking about? Pics of Riley? I don't know what you're talking about, Sky. I love you guys no matter what.
Whole heart. Because if you don't, let's not even bother. Let's not open that door. They're just gonna slam it right in our face. I love this game. I live this game. And there's 1,000 other guys waiting in the wings who are obsessed with this game.
Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody.
When you walk on that court, you have to think, I am the best guy out there.
Someone, tell me why we're here. To make a car. To make the best car. To make the greatest car the world has ever seen. As strong as Hercules, as beautiful as Sophia, when it must be ready for Geneva. It's not impossible until we fail. If we fail searching for greatness.
How did you find peace? I took away your parents. Everything. I scarred you for life.
See, that's the thing, Shen. Scars heal.
No, they don't. Wounds heal.
Oh yeah, what do scars do? They fade, I guess?
I don't care what scars do.
You should, Shen. You gotta let go of that stuff from the past, because it just doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you choose to be now.
It's true. It's like this is the thing, is that when you think about the past, when you think of things that have happened or things that are out of your control, the world still keeps moving. Things are still happening. Things are changing. Things are moving in every direction possible. And when you keep living in the past, you never get to look forward to the future. You never get to live in the present. That's the whole point of life, is living in the present, living in the moment, enjoying every sort of perspective, situation and opportunity that life gives you. That is the point of life, is living in the moment, Obviously be smart about it. Don't just, waste yourself and waste opportunities. But don't think about the past, bro. You can't control that. That is done. What are you going to do now in this moment, this very second, while watching this video? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do for your life? What is best for you? Be selfish, but be different. Be selfish but selfless. Be selfish in yourself, of trying to, make the world a better place for everyone else. That's what you got to do.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right?
All right.
You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it.
Very true.
You want something, go get it. Period.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody.
Most times, this shop is what paid the bills. So when I'm gone, who's gonna pay yours?
Music is all I think about. From the moment I wake up in the morning to the moment I fall asleep at night.
You can't eat dreams for breakfast, Joey.
Then I don't want to eat. This isn't about my career, Mom. It's my reason for living. And I know Dad felt the same way. I'm just afraid that if I died today, that my life would have amounted to nothing.
Why you let Mommy Dearest tie you in the knots? Because you're family. With blood. That's not the same thing. A wise man once told me, family don't end in blood. But it doesn't start there either. Family cares about you, not what you can do for them. Family's there through the good, bad, all of it. They got your back. Even when it hurts. That's family.
We each made a sacrifice to get what we wanted. Now you must make a choice.
But I don't want to pick sides. Why can't you be on my side? That's what family's supposed to do. Support you.
This is deep, chat. This is deep. 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 Yeah. Listen, shorter stream today. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna stream on TikTok a little bit later. I love you guys regardless. I'll be back tomorrow. It's just I'm gonna keep it short. I want to keep it spicy. I want to continue to keep clicking. I'm gonna continue to go and continue to make this community great. I'm gonna think of new ways. Right now, life's good. I'm gonna keep pushing.